It will take a second.
It's just scheduled at the moment.
It'll take a second.
Okay.
Let's give it a second. Come on, YouTube. Come on. We have an ad. It's a shame that channel members see ads as well. Gotta pick that up to YouTube. But hello there. I was not late. All right, this is on YouTube again. I double checked the same. There's only one stream. Let's face it. There's only one stream. It's telling me though I had a SIL. Let's put that out. It's telling me I had an excellent connection, and it's showing me the stream, but it's not showing anyone else. If YouTube set this for members only, let me just say, all right, YouTube, Saturday, you put us on the wrong stream. Okay, that might be an OBS issue. We don't know. But today, OBS was perfect, and this is on YouTube. What is up, YouTube? Trying to block the Master Moldy community. We're not having none of it. Anyway, hello there. Aru Build, hello there, Moonshoes, hello there, Vaughn, welcome. No problem, thanks for hanging, Vaughn. Yeah, so as I wasn't saying for the past couple of minutes, I don't know where to begin, but we also have, I think it might just be the internet today, because my desk cam doesn't seem to be wanting to work. If the desk cam don't work, don't worry. If the desk cam doesn't work, we'll still be going ahead with the build. But there's some 2026 leaks. Have you seen them for Star Wars? I've done videos on the others. Haven't done them for Star Wars. I might do them. Might do them for Star Wars. If we can get this working. I tell you what if I connect? All right, I'll sort that out. We've got some renders. Some images, kind of, in a way, for some of the January sets. Not all of them yet. I am still waiting on... Hold on. Is the Venator... Someone in chat, let me know. Is the Venator an 8080 meant to be a January set? That would be... I can't remember. Or is that March? I know we know it. Anyway. 2026. And I did say in hand, we do have the mech and the Mando speeder in hand. So we will be taking a look at both of those in a sec once I can get the desk cam to work. Oh, there we go. Let's set that up. I think this should be working now. Seems to be good. I've just got to install the camera back up there. Anyway, yes, we have some 2026 sets. We'll be taking a look at those and building the Droideka, which is why we are gathered here today. Not to make it sound like a funeral, of course. I'll sort that out in a second. So 2026, we've got a few Star Wars sets. We've got the Shock Trooper mech, the Mando speeder, Cobb Vamp speeder, the Battle Pack. What's up with Grogu? What is actually up with Grogu? It looks like Grogu. All right, respectfully, it's like a Duplo version of Grogu almost. I can see that rounded off head brick that we took a look at fits in the square hole, or does it? I don't think any of those fit in with studs. And the frog's pretty cool. Actually, the frog is pretty cool. No arguments there. Little rock build, some macrons, and a flying saucer of sorts. How are we feeling about Grogu? Because it's aimed at 4+, so like it's not for most of us. But how are we feeling about Grogu? And I hope the stream's not feeding back into itself as well. Let me mute myself. Otherwise, I really will go crazy on YouTube. How are we feeling? I don't know if everyone's seen... Well, let me ask that. Have we seen Grogu, first off? I don't know. I'm liking it. It's all right. Not great. I feel like they've tried to remarket the brickheads. It's not far off brickhead size, actually. It looks like a Grogu brickheads with a bigger Grogu and a smaller speeder. Which makes sense. You want more Grogu, less speeder. More Grogu, less speeder, if you are playing with it. All right. Bring in the desk cam. Oh. This is why I like to set up before a stream. I'm not going to be picking up Grogu. but I think it is a pretty decent set, if I'm being honest. Like, for 20 quid? 20 quid's a bit steep. 20 quid is a bit steep, but I feel like everything's there. You're not being cheated out of parts, you're not being cheated out of much, really. Hey, there we go. We have a desk cam, about time too. No? Oh, come on. Where'd it go? Did I? Oh, I disabled it. Okay, that was my bad. Let's move down here as well. There we go. I've been sorting Lego all day, by the way. So this is the Grogu brickheads. How do I flip myself? Hey, this is the Grogu brickheads. It's not too dissimilar to this. It's more rounded off. The Grogu brickheads is Lego at the end of the day. It's very square angles. It's very chopped off. Hello there, happy birthday, Grievous. In chat. What a day. Taking a look at some new January sets on your birthday. Yeah, this is the mech. I will say, I didn't own one of the elements, and the other element doesn't exist. So this was a complicated build, but last night after I was out actually for a family member's birthday and got home to see those images and had to build them. I've been sorting Lego all day, so I haven't had time to look into like Cobb vamps. I think Cobb, I'll probably wait till the set comes out because I do want to build that, like the proper Lego one. We're not piecing that one together. The mech, the speeder, easy to do for someone who's been building Lego as long as I have and as detailed as I have. But I do feel like the brickheads was enough for Grogu. Maybe it's because the brickheads isn't sold anymore. Like, it hasn't been on shelves for literal years. I think it came out 2020? Around, yeah, it must have just been after Mando. You know, capitalize on the success of The Mandalorian, of course. But I do think it's about time for a smaller Grogu. Maybe this will be a similar size to the BB-8. That's a good point as well. We don't usually use the bottom corner. Or the top corner, actually. Let me hide myself away there. I can hide a few parts with it. This is the Shock Trooper mech. I've coloured it dark red. And I do think Lego are probably going to go with red. And I think that's the wrong choice. The mech looks tiny. Let's go back to the desk cam. I think dark red looks better than red because they are the colours of the Galactic Republic. The Galactic Republic, we've seen it with like Ahsoka's ship, Kenobi's Delta. I have a few of them around. We've also built the V-19, the Arc 170, and various other ships. But they're all dark red and white. Dark red as opposed to being duck red. Dark red and white, and it looks better for a Republic ship. We've also got the Coruscant Guard troopers in a few different sets. The battle pack, twice in the magazine now. They are this month's magazine. We also saw them in the Coruscant Guard gunship. So, dark red, white, I think it makes sense. I do think it makes sense to do it in a dark red and white, but based on the images, and again, they've just been mocked out from people that have seen the actual sets. The legality of it is very questionable, but this is an interpretation of an interpretation of an interpretation of an interpretation of a set. Wow, this is so far down the line, and I really like the way this mech is built. There's a few things that you can tell. First off, if you take a really close look, you'll be able to tell, or maybe you won't, if I not set autofocus. That'll be fun. You might be able to tell that these elements on the shins have been painted, and it's because I don't own the white versions. They've only come out in 3 sets, and I think all 3 sets come out this year. Most notably for me, I remember the Sonic one. Sonic's mech that we turned into Omega 123. We did build a version of it. That comes with one of these white elements. This is the first set that will feature multiple. That's a reason to pick up this set for most of you out there, especially the mock builders. That'll be a nice piece to have, though if there's 2 in this mech, chances are they'll probably be using it elsewhere in the future. You gotta weigh it up. Do you want to wait for it? If you want to use a load of these, you can order like 20 off Bricklink for real cheap right now. I think All of the other elements for this mech are available, including the blaster, which I have missed out. I don't know where I put that, but we have 2 new elements, one on each of these shoulders, which members will have seen last night. Sorry, YouTube members, I posted it to Discord, forgot to post it in the community. I'll stay on top of that. 75401, is that the number? Let me double check. 75401. That's 74501. That is an element. 75401 is Ahsoka Zeta. Yes, we've got Kenobi's Delta from a few years ago. This is minifigure scale for both of them. They've been modified. I'll do another video on Ahsoka Zeta this year before breaking that down, because we can't keep them built too long. And Kenobi's Delta has like a million videos out there about it. But I think dark red is the perfect color because of that Republic tie-in. If this was white and red, which we do have an image of, let me pull up an image so that you can see the side-by-side comparison, because I do think it's important. It's down to preference at the end of the day. It is down to preference. Speaking of preference, do I have an image that isn't the same size as the screen? All right, let me find an image. In the meantime, let me know what you think about this mech. Some of the designs that I like, they've differed to the previous ones. The Stormtrooper was very bulky, and I feel like even though this mech is basically the same size, let me give you a little look at the back. You can see the arms and the legs are basically the same size as the Stormtrooper mech. You've got the bottom bit there. Then the Stormtrooper mech, let me get my amalgamation mech, which I have kept built. I had to take the top off for this because I couldn't find my other white bit. But the Stormtrooper mech arm on the left here, which both arms of the Stormtrooper mech are the same. You've also got similar effect on the legs, are a tile more. They're 1 tile more than the new clone mech. And here's the red one. Let me get this up. Let me get this up. Let me get this up. Hey, there you go. Well, let's move this. So here is the red one in the middle and the dark red one to the side. The red one obviously looks a bit more like the character does. Where do I have the character? The dark red one looks more Republic-esque, and I think the dark red one gets away looking cleaner because of that Republic tie-in. We've got 3 mechs based on the characters, 1 off a ship. If we got some gunship like accessories to this, I don't know how they'd make it work. Maybe what Lego could do, there's a character so that you can see the difference between them. Perhaps what Lego could have done is given us, I don't think anyone would really be picking up a Coruscant gunship mech. Maybe a gunship mech would have looked cool. What are we saying about a gunship mech? I like the sound of that. You were Darth Maul for Halloween? Darth Maul's got a mech? Oh, that's an awesome costume. Your grandfather did the makeup. Oh, went all in for Darth Maul. Nice. Most likely going to get the Spinosaurus air mission from back in June. Ooh, the Jurassic World set. That's from the new movie. Still haven't seen that. I was listing off a ton of movies that we haven't seen on stream on Saturday, where we put up the Christmas tree. That was a great stream. And Jurassic World is on that list as well. Gotta watch that. Hopefully that'll come out soon on disc if it's not already out. Anyway, this isn't the only set that we've got. And I do want to get on to building the Droideka, so I don't want to speak too long about these. I am interested to see what the official set's going to look like, if it is going to be red or dark red. I think dark red's the way to go. That's my personal favourite, but we'll keep this one out to the side and take a look at the Mando Speeder, which is the next January set. By the way, the price for that clone mech, what is the price? The rumored price, and I think these are bobbing along. These are changing a little bit, but it's $15, £13, around about that for euros. And you know, other currencies. Look at the Luke mech. Look at Boba. Look at Vader. Maybe Maul. Who was the Stormtrooper as well? I almost forgot Maul earlier on. I think it will be the same price as all of them. I don't think they've increased. Have they all stayed the same? Can't wait for the holidays. When you're most looking forward to the holidays, it's Christmas Day. Yes, for Christmas Day, you're getting a vintage Kenner Star Wars 1978 Falcon. Whoa, we've seen some of them when we went back in April, when we went to Nerd Base. Saw two of those, one still in its box, looked in pretty good condition. That sounds like a lot of fun. Hello there, Rebecca. Hello there, Anthony. Welcome. Anyway, where did I put Maul Speed? Not Maul Speeder, Mando's Speeder. This set is 75436. The Mandalorian Grogu's speeder bike. Oh, didn't mean to take the light away from myself. So this set is $9.99, £8.99. I think that's pretty good, and it looks a bit lackluster, doesn't it? Just the speeder, that's it. The entire set, no secondary build, for £24.99 or for $29.99. We got this, we got a Tusken Hut, we got a giant crossbow and one singular Tusken. Still think we should have got two Tuskens. We got ripped off there, but I do ripped off. Well, we should have got a second Tusken. I do wonder if we could have got two Tuskens with this speeder. Just picture it. Let me take you on a journey. We get this speeder, Mando, Grogu. By the way, rumored to be a new Grogu. I think it's going to be the same Mando. Would be nice to get an updated Grogu. Doesn't make too much sense for this scene. Maybe they are switching up the head mold. I don't see them editing the torso print with the brand new signet that Grogu's got. Maybe we'll just get a reprint in later on in the year, or with the rumored May 4th set, because I can't forget about that, the UCS N1 Starfighter. We will get there, but with two Tuskens in the set. Now, the reason LEGO haven't done this is because when they used to do this, people would complain, oh, I'd love to get loads of these, but Mando, but Grogu, you don't want loads of them, and chances are you already have quite a few in your collection. So that's the reason LEGO haven't gone and done something like that for this. But if we've got Mando and Grogu's speeder bike in a January set, could we then, and we've got the Cobb Vamp speeder, both Tatooine related season 2 builds, could we get a Tusken battle pack later in the year? Or 2026 this is, they will still roll over till end of the year 2027. Would we get a Tusken battle pack 2027 for A New Hope? Maybe, just maybe. I'm going to keep these to the side. Let me know if you have any more questions about the builds. Obviously, these are done without instructions to the best of my ability, but I do think they're pretty close. We have been pretty close in the past, and I I do think these are pretty accurate to what we'll be getting in January. It's annoying me. We've got that little bit on the left. Get out of here. There we go. Let me put this back. Ooh, dropped the gum through. Not from Monkey Kid. The One Piece. That's what it's called. From One Piece. Before we start building, I got a comment on a recent video. Let me bring that up. How am I doing? I'm doing good, thanks. A lot of sorting today. So my mind is very scrambled from just mindlessly parting out Lego, but that's what I'm going to be doing really for the next 2 months, getting ready for those January waves. So these streams are a nice break in all the work. A really busy week, but we're almost through it. Yesterday you built the Droid developer kit from 99. Ooh, that sounds fun. Place Grogu within your bonsai trees. Oh, the Brickheads one would be perfect. Even little Grogu would look awesome for that training scene with Luke. Speaking of Jedi training, I'm going to need some Jedi training from you. because I have these two elements right here, and this is one of those 2x2 plates with the snot bricks on the side. It's like a 2x2 and a 1x2 stacked on top of each other. We've got some studs on the front, and this connection is nearly impossible to break apart. You might think, oh, that's like a simple job for a brick separator, but the problem with the brick separator is any brick separator on the underside of a 2x2 starts to break away at the end of the round 2x2. Because the 2x2 plates aren't secure enough, this is like an impossible piece to break apart. So if you've got any tips on how to break this apart, please do let me know. I'll keep this one towards the top as well, because that has been boggling me for ages. But I got a comment on, actually, it was today's video, wasn't it? Makes it easy to find out. Just gotta wait for the thing to load. I got a comment on today's video about the Droideka that was present in the magazine, which I did not realize was a thing. Well, I realized the magazine was a thing. I didn't realize, though, there was a difference between last year's Droideka, the one that came in this set, and the Droideka that comes in the magazine. They're not the same character. They are different characters, and the difference isn't as clear as you think. The difference is barely even noticeable, let alone clear. And it's like 4 pieces. I actually have all 4 pieces here. There we go. These are the 4 elements that differ. I'm trying to find who it was that let me know so I can give them a quick shout out, because it's not something that everyone finds out. PowerNet, thank you. There we go. It's a new minifigure. There's a few color swaps as opposed to the figure coming straight from the set, and I don't know if they're more accurate or less accurate. So I have the Droideka from that magazine, this guy right here, who's a really cool build and kind of rolls, barely does like 1 full rotation. So this one is SW1452, and the modified one, well, the unmodified one from the official set is SW1340. That's 1452 for the magazine, 1340 from the set. And the changes are, the magazine, which is the original one, we have the dark bluish grey 1x2 plate up the top here is now light bluish grey. This reddish brown tile right here should be dark bluish grey. I guess you can kind of see the colour swaps with the pieces there. We have a 1x1 stud, which is used on the bottom as well, but this top one is meant to be a square on the original set. And finally, the dark bluish grey bar element, the 1x1 with the bar, is meant to be brown. So interesting changes to say the least, but we will be swapping those out, making them different. And if you've seen today's video, you'll know there's also a few improvements I would be making to the Droideka because of the way it looks, especially top down. Yes, very interesting choices from Lego, shall we say the least. Oh yes, the bonsai trees, all frogs. That's a great place for Grogu. Having the time of his life, I am sure. Hello there, Alf. Welcome. Can I design a Droideka that actually works, or is that impossible? I think it depends what you mean by actually works, because I do have a Droideka design that does fold up and roll. Does it roll any better than Legos? I don't remember, actually. I would hope so, but it's been a while since I made that. When did I make my Droideka? The instructions are I think all members have access to the instructions. Again, if you become a member, check out on the members Discord. There is 2 chats for instructions. There we go. 2024. Does it have a date? August the 6th, 2024. Just over a year ago, I made my Droideka, and it has a load of different arm joints keeping it together, and it looks like it should roll. It looks like it should roll pretty smoothly because we've built out the bum a bit more. What this Droideka misses here is the fact that the bum is, even without this display, which is very hard to pop off, the bum is still built like inwards. Even if you pop off the legs, try and get them curving round, it just doesn't work. So if you do want to go back and build that version, that should work and it should roll. There's also a video if you don't fancy becoming a member. Don't worry, I'm not going to force you. I don't lock anything behind a paywall. I don't think I do. Well, maybe some merch. If only I could give that out for free. And now we have, with those 4 elements swapped out, we have the version of the Droideka from the official set, which means we just got to go round to building that set and finding the instructions. Lego ones aren't too great. I think this one surprised a lot of people because of how different it is. This is just the designer's take from the original set. There are a few Droidekas that I think look a bit more accurate, especially to Clone Wars. This was a take from the original design in Phantom Menace. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not a fan of this on the back. I really don't think that looks good. I would recommend swapping it out with a smaller arch and then have the same design on top. Use a 1x2 instead of the chi slope. I think it's a very, very weird thing that they've built out the back here. But, you know, that's Lego. There's a few different design takes before they can get it perfectly. And now let's find, mathematically, of course, yes, the maths doesn't line up with a Droider because of the minifigure scale one. I think they're meant to be just bigger. I think they're 2 meters tall. Is a little bit bigger than an actual minifigure, similar to what we see in everything but Phantom Menace. I feel like they're smaller in Phantom Menace for some reason. Maybe they're just closer to the camera and my mind sees them that way. Thanks for hanging out. And it's very hard to get a Droideka that proportionally works and also rolls. One that lines up to all of the numbers just because of how small it is. I feel like, however, building the big one should eradicate that problem. And I've seen so many complaints about the big one doesn't actually roll, which when it comes down to being a Droideka, it kind of folds up. I think you have to remove the legs. Same thing with R2-D2, you know, we're using Lego bricks. Lego bricks are thick, so we do have to make some modifications. But I'm hoping by the end of the stream, we will have a fully working and rolling, well, not fully working, you know, shield's not operational, and hopefully we will have to disable the blasters as well. Don't fancy that firing on the Lego collection. That could be a disaster, but hopefully we will have a somewhat operational Droideka. Even the images they've provided, the Droideka, it's about Qui-Gon's height. I don't think they're quite as tall as should be. Actually, they're a lot shorter in the third image. So they're rolling. When they're in ball form, they are just under those lights. And those lights are about here on the Jedi. So if they're just under, they're just over waist height. And then they've got their shields out. And their shields are probably up to, you know, 2 meters, but I don't think the actual Droideka is in those images, though later on they've been made bigger, scarier, similar to Star Destroyers and basically anything else in Star Wars. Everything's made bigger, everything's made scarier. Let me just make sure I've got chat popped out if I've got the instructions up. Let's see, where do we start off with the Droideka? This looks like the torso. Or is it the legs? Oh no, I think this is the bottom. We're starting off with the base of the Droideka. And we're already getting into some technique. So let's go. Get some brackets, get some plates. And I am building this from scratch. One good thing about this is it allows me to improve it as we go along. Wait, you can't even see the desk. Let me bring it back. There we go. It allows me to improve it as we go along. Also allows for any other of your modifications to be added to this set. And of course, we're going to ramble, go off topic as we go through it. Round 4x4s. Where have I put those? And speak some more about 2026 sets. Was it dark brown? Because we do have images of Cobb Vamp Speeder. I haven't built that yet, though, actually, for Cobb Vamp Speeder, we do have news of the blue Bantha milk returning. And yes, we've got blue milk before. I've still got the Lars Homestead kitchen. That came with blue milk, and I'm pretty sure this came out after the exclusive Luke Skywalker polybag. The blue milk is unprinted. We got printed blue milk in Kenobi's hut, but that was the same one as Lego City. We have had blue milk a few times since. I feel like one of the Young Jedi Adventures also had blue milk, but this is blue bantha milk. We're back on Tatooine. It kind of makes sense for them to reintroduce a print. I don't think it will be the exact same one because that is exclusive to a very expensive and exclusive polybag. And like we always say, Lego owns Bricklink. They're getting a share of the exclusivity funds. So Star Wars is always going to have some exclusive pieces for the collectors to be paying so much more than they should. I wonder though, if because of the blue tash that they give Luke in the polybag, if they would be, you know, if they would do something like include it in a £25 set, years down the line, it's still going to be as expensive as it is right now, but potentially Lego could be scraping the top off of all these blue milk sows. I don't think it will be the same print. I would like to see even just a bantha on the side, get rid of any extra detail. Or have something, bantha head maybe, instead of a full bantha. That would be quite cool. All right. Rebecca might have found a way to get the round 2x2 off. Lovely. Off the bracket piece, get an axle and stick it in the round 2x2 and wiggle it out. That's genius. Why didn't I think of that? All right, let's get quite a long axle. I feel like we'll need a 9 length axle. So we can work this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 length will do. Picked up the wrong bag there. 8 length will do. And then stick it in the axle. Oh yeah. Perfect. That was too perfect. It never crossed my mind. Thank you so much. This has been bugging me all day. As I've said, I've been parting out, sorting various things, and I'm going to keep that in mind because there was another piece that had a similar effect to it. I might have just thrown that one. I might have just thrown that one in a drawer. Yes, there was another piece. This dish had the same element stuck in it. Oh, you haven't seen that. All right, let me. You missed that one. Same element in this dish here, and if I put the axle in second time in a row and it breaks straight out, would I be able to do that with a brick separator though? Now I know it works. Or if it has a hole in the top, I tell you what we could also do. If you put the brick separator at an angle and it pops it straight out the other side. Never thought about using axles. Thank you. Wow. See, that's why it helps having nearly like 12,000 of you out there that can solve all these issues for me. That is honestly genius. So simple, so effective. Hello there, George. What have you missed? Stormtrooper or Shock Trooper mech. Oh, I never told you about the exclusive pieces. All right, let me clear this away. We don't need any more of these yet. So for the Shock Trooper mech, the exclusive pieces are on the shoulders here. Unlike the pieces we got for Boba Fett, bringing back the Abomination. Can't call it that. Bringing back the mech of all mechs, we have the Boba Fett arm here, which uses a 2x2 by 1.3 brick. But the new Shock Trooper mech, you can kind of see the difference side by side. The new Shock Trooper mech includes 2x2 by 1 sloped bricks. They're one plate shorter. They've been used quite a bit in other Lego sets, the regular slopes, but allegedly this is a brand new element for 2026. We're seeing the corner slopes. Wouldn't surprise me. Lego have used quite a few of these in the last couple of years. So with all the slopes now measuring only a brick tall, which I think is a right move, because the bottom of all of the old slopes have a plate on them. They aren't sloped at all. Lego bricks are getting stronger. It's nice to be able to use them in more positions without having to thicken any of the builds. It'd be nice to get them in dark red because I think that's quite a popular colour for Star Wars, but a popular colour in general. Dark red has seen a load more pieces and is becoming one of the common colours. So there you go. There's the Clone Shock Trooper mech. Again, those are 3D printed elements because they don't exist yet. Lego haven't had them in a single set in any colour. We're not just talking about dark red. We're talking about any colour. They don't exist right now. So I have mashed together my own and had to paint those kneecaps, those shin pads, better than kneecaps, those shin pads in white because no set comes with 2 of them. It's an expensive way to pick them up if you want to pick up 2 of any of those sets. All right, back to the Droideka. Let's get those instructions up. So with the Droideka, some of the big problems do stem to the fact that it can't roll. As far as the actual build is, I haven't actually seen any complaints. No, there must be something. But yeah, I mean, even quick Google, it seems to be a pretty positive review in terms of like videos and stuff. But well, excluding, you know, the usual complaints. Let's get this as accurate as we can. Or is it dark tan? Yeah. Seems to be quite a well-loved build. It's looking very simple at the minute. A lot of brackets. We do have a really nice piece usage. Wait, what was it? A 1x4. All right, here's your first part swap. If you do want to build this cheaper, I'm not a fan so far. End the year how we start it, eh? So far, I'm not a fan of the 1x4. The 1x3s are working on me, but the 1x4 rounded plates with the 2 holes on either side. At the start of the year, start of 2025, that piece that I was bullying were these. My now favourite brick, the 2-plate tool snot brick. This... My hand! Where's it gone? My hand! Where? What? Where? What? Okay, I'll sort that out. These 2-plate tool snot bricks were the piece I was bullying. They were in a few MIDI scales at the start of the year, and I didn't like them because I couldn't find a way to... I couldn't find any set that needed them that couldn't be replaced. In the Acclimator, we replaced them. I think they were mainly in that like engine block, and we actually used one of those Canon or camera snot elements to replace it. I thought my camera had died then. Nope. It's still working, so what's the... Oh, because, yeah, we connected it over Wi-Fi. Oh, so it must have just gone out. Okie dokes. Reconnect that up. At the end of the year, it looks like I found another element to bully, and it is the 1x4 round plates with the 2 stud holes in the corner. If you have seen any other mocks that use them, you'll know we replace them with 2 1x2 elements. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yay! There we go. All right. These are the elements we're replacing the 1x4 with. All that, just, you know, I might as well have just used a 1x4. I've got a few of them now from some of the newer sets and the 1x3s as well. We used a ton of those on the Juggernaut. Technical difficulties, tell me about it. I don't know what's up today. I mean, this camera over Wi-Fi is never good when I'm streaming because the stream will be taking up most of the bandwidth. So that can't be helped. But the USB, I don't know why plug and play ain't working today. Well, we've got one more step before we add the legs. I tell you what though, this is my old phone that I said about. This is what I'm now repurposing as a camera. Don't use it anymore, might as well turn it into the camera, as it's got a good enough camera for a good couple £100 worth of camera. It would cost me more to replace it. So much more. Might as well use it and spend that on Lego. It's not like I'm actually saving it. And then Is that there for a reason? I don't know how many of you have actually built this set before. So maybe you'll have your own fixes. But when I'm building a set, I do like to make these little part swaps that would keep a Lego set down. You think that's a new element for 2025? We average that each element in a new set is at least a couple of quid. A minifigure is £10. And I don't think we've worked out the actual price increase for a regular piece, but it is still a couple of quid. It adds up. It definitely adds up across many. You think Lego probably recoup what they've spent in a mere matter of sets. They're selling thousands of each, so it probably only costs a few sets. And yet the price increase goes on for like a year. And those two elements are dirt cheap. They actually, no, because we've got that extra wall that we wouldn't have before. They're probably about the same plastic, even with the holes in the other two studs. So, good question, Overmind. These 2026 sets are as real as you know, until Lego announce it. I always say, even if another retailer posts images of Lego sets, there's no confirmation. Even if Lego posts images of Lego sets, there's no confirmation that they will not be changed. They can always be changed. So this is what they look like right now. This is Mando Speeder. Mando Speeder, by the way, is awesome because not only do we have the jetpack on the left-hand side, the gun, I have recolored the gun. All right. Mando's blaster, I never like the black elements. I've switched them to a metallic silver. That's a personal preference. I do have to point that out because that is a bit misleading. That's the only color swap. No, that's a lie. That color swap, and also the handlebars for Mando's. The gray ones, I think the original ones were dark gray. I can't remember now, but they're the only part swaps, I promise. The handlebars in dark gray and the light metallic silver pistol, that's it. Everything else is as the Lego set is built at the minute. Same with the clone shock trooper mech. We've got a few, you know, elements that don't exist in Lego at the minute, but will do in January, that I've made myself. But that is how the Lego set does look. So that's what you can expect. I don't think they're too bad. The build for the clone mech is really, really cool. If we get some time at the end to have a look at it, we definitely will. Where did I put? Did I get them out the drawer or did I not? Where? Might be some arms in here. There we go. I don't think I actually got any of them out. These arms clip on like that to give us maybe the other two legs. Can I skip ahead a little? Oh no, because we go up to the body. Huh. I don't know. I might have had the legs out earlier. I feel like I put them aside. Which I get so easily distracted. I should never put things aside because I always think I'm missing minifigures or like a specific build. I'll have built something and I'll have a mock idea for like weeks ahead and I'll put it in a safe space. Never see it again. Genuinely, it will then go missing. I'll have no idea where to look for it. I'll have no idea where I put it. And suddenly, next thing you know, I'm looking for it on stream because I've put it in such a safe space. I don't know where it's gone. I don't remember. More brackets. Oh, wow. I think I'm going to run out of brackets. Wait. Oh, it does fit. I think we've done that for our hinge mech, which all the modifications for the older mechs do apply to the clone as well. Lego are sticking with it though. I think that's just the Lego way. That's what they want. They don't want posable arms because they're easier to break. Do I have the rare Qui-Gon from Maul's ship? I have a rare Qui-Gon from Maul's ship with a white streak through the hair. but that one's a bit too rare. You don't see anyone talking about it. I don't have the reddish beard, though my Qui-Gon does have a reddish brown beard. Because unlike Kanan, that's the thing that makes Kanan so much more expensive. Kanan will be trying to be sold for like $500,000, whereas I don't think Qui-Gon's getting quite into the hundreds, purely because every older version of Qui-Gon has a reddish brown beard. So this is the new torso, the new legs, with my temporary dual molded legs, a little like waist cape over it, with the old reddish brown beard rather than the new one, because I do quite like the reddish. I think because it matches up to the hair, I quite like the look of the similar color blending into each other. You got the rare Qui-Gon, awesome. Did you pull it from the actual set? Because like I said, when I pulled my Qui-Gon with the white streak, the feeling you get of getting like a misprinted, there's been very, very few other, you know, misprinted elements that I've got. So that feeling you get when you pull a rare or a misprinted minifigure, that is worth more than, you know, more than you can spend on Bricklink. Lego can't scrape off the top of that. We love Lego, really. It's all jokes, but I should get the capes for minifigs 501st multi-pack. Capes for... Is that what I've been looking at? I have not the 501st multi-pack, but I have been looking at a few of their capes, especially the especially the ponchos. Actually, especially the ponchos. Yeah, it was capes for minifigs. I asked them something ages ago. I reached out to them because I wanted to know, you know, just curiosity, and never heard back. So I think that's why I never placed an order. This was earlier in the year, only months ago. It weren't quite 2024, but it was a long time ago. Probably May, April time I reached out, and I still haven't heard back. So, you know, not looking great for their customer service, but I'm sure if you buy something, it's a different matter. It usually is. I doubt that'll be the case. My email just got lost amongst the busy Star Wars holiday. That's all right. Let's find the other leg then. Where would I have kept it? This is where the fun begins. Haha. Said the thing. I tell you what I will pull up. Let's have a look, because there were a few other sets. I said about the 8080 and the Venator. I'm pretty sure they're January sets. The other one that we are yet to see, there it is the BB-8. But it's a $90 BB-8 that is alleged to look like the one from the show. Don't know about the one from the show. Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, the one from the show kind of matches the same vibe as Grogu. Don't know, for 90 quid though. For 90 quid, it does seem like it's a bit on the pricey side, unless BB-8 come... Like, if it was a BB-8 and Dio twin pack, that would be quite cool. That would be the next line of the TIE and X-Wing mashup. That would also be the next Fang Fighter and TIE Interceptor. We got something before that as well. It'd be like the next twin pack, but droids and buildable. Nice smaller size for displays as well. I have to admit, I've taken quite a liking to the smaller ships, like the 8080, the TIE Fighter, the Lambda, even like some of the smaller mocks that I've built. Really like the new smaller scale of Lego sets. And even though the Mando Speeder is bigger than the last one, sorry Droideka, you put on the back burner. Don't worry, an hour in, we'll get past the first page. It's similar to the Land Speeder that I built, the Microfighter Land Speeder, and is in that Microfighter age bracket. You think, actually, that's a good point. The Microfighter N1 that come with Mando and Grogu was like £13 and increased the prices up to that like £13-14 mark, but this is back at £9. That's a great bracket to have these little sets at £9. You're getting Mando, potentially even a brand new Grogu. I think Mando is going to be the same Mando that we've got in previous sets and the magazine quite recently, with the head, hopefully a hairpiece. That would go quite nicely with it. And then we've also got the blaster on the back. I think this would be a nice bracket of set to get going forward. Instead of microfighters, we get just smaller play sets. I think that would be... I don't know, because at the end of the day, if they give us another Luke Land speeder, if they give us like a mini Han speeder, they're sets that I've already picked up, so I'm going to be less inclined to pick them up. But if we get new content, if we can get an Anzelon speeder for £9, 3 Anzelons and Grogu, I don't get how many Grogus I've got, I'm picking that set up. I think that would be a great set for £9. Maybe there'll be a mock coming soon. That would be cool. Where did I see that motorized speeder chase? That was at the National Brick events. That was in Southend's National Brick event as well. Got the rare Qui-Gon in your Sith infiltrator, so you boxed him in the set. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm going to have a little look for those legs, and we can talk a bit more about the 2026 sets. Honestly, I thought I had them in that drawer. I've put them aside, and I don't know where I've put them. So this is where the fun begins. But after January, a lot of the sets have been cheaper. There's been a few price increases for Star Wars. I don't know if they're worldwide. At the minute, I think we only have American prices, so I'm hoping the rest of the world's slightly cheaper. America are going for a lot. I don't think Lego would see this as an opportunity to hike prices for everyone, but they've done it before, so I don't really know. It's down to time. We'll have to sit and wait to see. But hopefully, I mean, the Mando speed is not going to be cheaper than £9. Hopefully a few of the other sets are a little cheaper. Because £60, £90, it's not seeming as cheap as some of the other themes. It's not, especially for like 500 pieces, 60 quid. That one's not too bad. The 500 piece BB-8 for 90 quid is nuts. But we're getting a load of bigger pieces. Well, we're getting like 4 pieces for the dome, maybe printed. That's a good point. Wait, hold on. BB-8 from Rebuild the Galaxy, all right, more than 4 pieces for the dome, but not much more. Not much more. Maybe like a piece in between them. No, okay, that can't work. Maybe it isn't that BB-8. Maybe because that would be 500 pieces to the torso and R2-D2. How many pieces is the Malak R2-D2? 60 quid at the minute. We're looking at... Oh, it doesn't say on the box. It would say on the American box. We're saying 1,050 pieces. And it's the same price. 1,000... Wait, that's a cracking deal. There's not that many small pieces in R2. There's a few, but not a lot. A lot of slopes. A lot of like 1x2, 1x3, 2x3 slopes. 1,050 pieces for 90 quid. That's... I've got the R2 built just up there. That's a sick price. That is solid. All right. Arms. Where could they be? No, genuinely, no idea where I've put them. Huh. Oh, wait. Oh, there's definitely some in here. I don't fancy making that much noise. I must have had like 3 of them on this desk about an hour ago. And I've swept them aside somewhere. We'll see if we can continue before sorting it out. Or what we could just do is build another 2026 set. It's tempting. It's tempting. I think the only other one, because the battle pack, I want to pick up the battle pack because the Mandos in that look really cool. I think it probably would be worth, especially if the build looks like what we got. I think that's a worthy day one. For £20 or £18 please. That's one of them that's just gone up. It's gone up from $20 to $24. So chances are it will be about £20. But the only other battle packs we've got on shelf at the minute are 25 and 35. So I'm honestly not complaining, because prices will go up again. And on the flip side, we have the... well, they're on sale. The battle packs are on sale. How much are they? Let me have a little look. It's given me time to think about where I've put those arms. Honestly, no, I diddly did. How much? How many? I think we've only got the 2 battle packs. Oh no, the Night Trooper battle pack. Yes, so the Night Trooper battle pack we have 2 of. We built the Imperial Transport Dropship from Lego Star Wars Force Unleashed. Lego Force Unleashed would be an awesome game. We got 2 of the battle packs to build this dropship. Honestly, one of the best mocks, probably the best alternate build out of 2 sets that I've built. Kit batch both of those. The old battle pack is now $17.99, reduced from $24.99 on sale at the minute. I think it's meant to be retiring this year. Please stay in stock till January. I do want to pick up 1 more of these. It comes with 3 regular troopers. I think I've only picked up 2 of these so far. So if this goes on clearance, I might have to just buy a ton of these sets. And then we also have the 327th Star Corps Clone Trooper Battle Pack, which has been reduced to $24.99 as regular price. That's not limited. That is for good. $24.99 is a better price for most people. And I wonder how many other stores have done it. That's at Smith's in the UK. Likely similar deal across Europe. John Lewis, same. $24.99 as retail price. Have Lego? No, that was wishful thinking. 721 star reviews. Oh, that's a sting. The dropship was the first stream you joined. What a stream. Only downhill from there. No, I'm only joking. We don't have technical difficulties all the time. I hope it's still working. No? No. Okay, you know what? The Droideka might have to be built another time. Let's go into the 2026 leaks, because $24.99 is actually a decent price for the Star Corps Battle Pack. This is the yellow clone troopers. We've got... can I bring this up on another screen? Do I have like a half and half? No, okay. We're gonna have to take my word for it then. Why not? Oh, that's probably what I've used for the build table. Should have done that in a new one. Anyway, $24.99 for 4 clone troopers and 3 droids. Feels like a good deal if then at £20 we're getting 2 clones, 2 Mandos. Maybe what we could have done is got 2 clones. No, we couldn't have got an odd amount of Mandos. That would have been weird. And I like the different Mandos. Would have been cool if one of the, because we have a heavy torso for the 501st. How different is the 332nd clone trooper is just a helmet. That is a 501st minifigure with a 332nd helmet. So, where did chat go? There you are. So, hello there, Dominic. If we got the reuse of the 501st heavy torso with the 332nd, we've got the assault and heavy class, so to speak, with Battlefront terminology. I feel like that would have improved the new January battle pack, because we do need more like heavy troopers. Clone Wars shows us a lot of assault, but they're both charging together. Officers are not as common. Likewise, specialists won't be on the front line. I don't think there were many officers and specialists that we even see in the Mando arc. Not many heavies though either, was there? 2 assaults, yeah, that's fair enough. Anyway, what are the other... we've got BB-8, we've got, oh, the UCS N1 Starfighter. Have we seen about that? The UCS N1 Starfighter is crazy. I called that not too long ago. And yeah, that's not surprising. It's kind of surprising just because I called it. I called it N1 UCS for May, and it was shortly after that I kind of gave up on the dream and said I probably wouldn't buy any UCS sets next year. Now I've got to see this one. To date, I've built the Micro N1. I've built the 4 Plus N1. Didn't buy either of them. I parted those out. And I haven't built the playset N1 yet. So in the run up to May, I might build that one because that's minifigure scale. If I'm not mistaken, I think the playset is minifigure scale. This one's going to be blown up a little bit, not as much as Luke's land speeder, which is this big minifigure scale. But it's going to be blown up just a little bit, maybe closer to 130 scale. I know some of you love that, so that will be a nice treat. It's not as good as the UCS Slave one. It's better than the ATST, which we turned into an ATRT, but not as good as the Slave one, I don't think. Bought something grey, a Fast and Furious Chevy El Camino. Nice. Do I think they should make official Lego 501st Commandos? I think they need to make official Commandos. I have an unofficial one that I've got. It's one of those cheaper figs with like a lot of the armor. Really like the backpack on it. Shade it from some of that light. Really like the detail on the backpack. It's held on by like 2 studs, and I think it would be a printed tile. We could get this with a actually we could there's an element that exists that has 2 studs on the back for Lego. We could get that bracket with a 1x2 bar and then a 1x2 tile on it. That's the backpack done. The Commando front armor isn't too different to the Phase 1 Clone Trooper. Phase 1 battle pack, followed by a Commando battle pack. Is it different to the Phase 1? It's a little different. It's not that much different. I think it's a different belt. So I don't know if Lego would reuse Phase 1 armor. I feel like they could get away in a battle pack, giving us 3 Phase 1s. 3 Phase 1s and a Commando. I was going to argue 2 Phase 1s, a Gunner and a Commando. I think 3 Phase 1s and a Commando would work just as... I think it would work better, because then we can build our Commando army and our Phase 1 army. You don't want too many Gunners. That's the thing, and we've already got quite a few of the old Gunner helmet. It don't look too bad. Where's my Gunner? There he is. The old Gunner helmet still holds up. There's the old Phase 1 Gunner. This is the official Lego, this one. The old Phase 1 Gunner. And if I get the newest Phase 1 Clone Trooper, which is this guy here, would probably have to grey out the arms as well. But if you swap the helmet, there's... I think the quality of the helmet you can tell. But that would be like a Phase 1 Gunner in the new set. If we were to get a battle pack, all theoretical. I don't think that's necessary. I think... oh, it'd need a new torso, wouldn't it, as well? If they wanted to stay accurate. Yeah, that's a lot of effort. I think we get 3 Phase 1s and a Commando. And then they can whack the Commando in the Advent as well. For people that don't want to pick up multiple battle packs, just to get a bonus. Speaking of, whilst we're this far into the stream, don't worry, we're not ending anytime soon. I just wanted to remind you that on Thursday, slightly earlier than this stream, we do have the Black Friday announcement stream from Lego. So we will be going live, and if I find the arm or leg by then, I will be continuing with this build. Actually, oh, we've got a few on the mech. Should I pull off the Stormtrooper arm? Should I pull off the Stormtrooper arm and see if we can get the desk cam back up and running? I don't know. I don't know what's happening with it. I think the wire that I used to connect it might have just died. So I might... Let me double check. Oh wait, have I got it? Because there's 2 ways I can put this in. There's USB-C, but one way stronger than the other. Let me flip it around. I'm pretty sure it was the other way. But we're going to give this one last shot, and if the camera cuts out, then we'll have to finish this Droideka on Thursday. Wanted to build it today because the video going out, if you haven't seen that, check it out. It's a magazine video, but they're always fun. And they genuinely are. I'm not just saying that because they're sponsored content, but they are. They are sponsored. Oh, let's fix that lighting. Yeah, that's looking good. Hey! Hey! I've done it! We fixed it! Alright, sorry trooper. Your arm is being obtained. Let's see if we can pop it off in two. Oh, there's one. Come on, don't let us down. Don't let us down. I'm gonna count it. 2. And there we are. That seals in the fate of the Droideka body. See how long this can run for. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yeah, minifigs for capes for minifigs, minifigs for capes. Can't remember which way it goes around now. Does seem to have some good material pieces. But if I could get my hands on a big sheet of material, imagine the amount of capes we'd have. I'd be able just to make. I'd just be able to make capes for everyone. Everyone gets Endor ponchos. 1 by 2. I've also been looking into more of these draw units. I've been sorting all day. I've said that enough times. Wonder if anyone can guess what I've been doing today. And I've found so many different ways of sorting out the pieces differently to how I've done it. So what I'm thinking of doing, I don't know if this will help with your personal collections. I'm thinking of starting a series as I sort through the Lego, which I'm going to be doing a lot in December. The videos won't come out all at once. They'll come out maybe every week or every 2 weeks if I have something new to add. But doing a series where I talk about things that I've learned as I sort through the Lego. I've mentioned it a lot on streams. When people ask, I can obviously provide the answer, but there's no way to go looking for those conversations. I'm still editing over the last couple of streams. I'm a little behind, but we'll get there. So I'm looking at starting a series just of things that I learn as I'm sorting. If I find something interesting, there's the next episode. If not, might be a few weeks. But over Christmas, I think I could get like easy a month's worth of like 4 or 5 videos. Just of interesting things, looking at the best way of doing it. And there's not a lot of content. There's a lot of sorting content. There's a lot of people. I try not to. I don't even like streaming sorting Lego because I like to just switch off my brain and keep sorting. And I'm sure a lot of my videos are probably on in the background of people sorting Lego more than I'd realize. Especially those of you that watch it on a TV. Shout out to you. Even if YouTube's trying to silence you. But yeah, there's so many things I come across that I just don't think about and wouldn't have thought about if I wasn't, you know, sorting those elements. So I might give that a go. We'll see how long that lasts. Studs with a hole, without. Oh, without a hole. I don't think that element should exist. If you have studs without a hole, like, there's got to be some scenario that I'm just oblivious to that a stud without a hole would be better. There's got to be, otherwise Lego would have just switched. But no, I tell you what it is. I tell you why Lego is still using the studs without a hole, because Lego's whole thing is the stud. The studs without the hole. Where's the Lego copyright? Where is it? Actually, is it on the inside? Is there no copyright on the? There's no like copyright, trademark. No, there's got to be something on the inside. Let me get my magnifying glass. Put that to use. There's got to be. If you had drawers, you'd sort through the bins, which are half your height. Honestly, these big drawers, let me You might have seen them, but I'm sure there'll be some people that haven't. Let me get out these drawers. This is one of the best ways you can sort a lot of, you know, we're not talking 2x4s. You'd fit like 8 in each bag, but every other element. Some of the 1x1 bars. We've actually got some like 4-length, 3-length bar elements, some corner tiles in there. We got the bar pins on the round 1x1 tiles. I'm sure they have official names that I'm actually absolutely butchering right now, but it's one of the easiest ways, especially if you use them often. There'll be one piece, like with these legs, that I just keep in a random miscellaneous drawer. Don't use them too often, so when I need them, I don't know where to look. But all those elements, I can tell you exactly where they are. If we need, even Technic, if we need some of the Technic pieces we're going to be needing, but in plate form, that's the row for them. We've got axles on the second row, printed tiles on the front row. Because they are somewhat organized, I know exactly where to go, and sorting through those little bags are so much easier. Anyway, I said about the magnifying glass. Let me line this up for you, see if I can show off. So where, trying to point it towards this little lens here. Where am I? Here we go. No, that's not really helping. Right, you can't really see it. But what I can do is I can use that and see. There might be a little, I honestly can't make it out if that's a copyright or what that is on the side of the stud. How far does it have to be? Or does it have to be pretty close? Oh, that's why. It's got to be like right up against. No, I can't say, oh, you're having a laugh. It's gone. I can't see any copyright on the stud with a hole. So that's probably why Lego keep the regular stud. Oh, I tell you what, it's not even the lead, is it? Didn't I just set this up with Wi-Fi? Could that, oh, I bet that's why. I bet that's why, because it's set up with Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's trying to connect through the lead. All right. I might have solved it. Every time it's in a different position. Yeah, it is. It's bumping. All right, if it goes off again, now that I've unplugged it, there's no excuse. But the original reason was because, yeah, it was trying to connect through. Pardon me. It was trying to connect through lead and Wi-Fi. There we go. If it goes up again, there is no excuse. One Technic brick. We tried to go for the fastest time building the Master Builder's Cantina. Do you think I could draw this out and we'd go for the longest time building the Droideka? That'll do. It's all good except for my hand isn't there anymore. All right, I don't think the camera is playing fair. So what I'll do is I'll postpone that. We'll build that Thursday during the announcement stream, especially if it's a video, because I am a bit worried that they're going to do the same as with the Death Star. Lego streams have always been fun. Thousands of people show up for them, and it's always a fun time. Oops. But with the Death Star, they announced it in a video form, which meant not only was our stream DMCA'd, because, well, it's a good thing we clicked off it, because the sections of the video that I did show all got DMCA'd, so the stream was disabled for like 24 to 48 hours. And I've seen a few other streams that have been straight pulled. Like it's not a case of, oh, they just claim it. No, Lego were blocking these streams. Star Wars, I think, specifically. Not Lucasfilm. I can't remember what music they used. It was like some off music, and that got claimed. That sucks. but I'm hoping this is a live stream because they were fun. Never had a problem with Lego Lives before, and it's going to be really fun to see not just the sets but the Black Friday deals. Where can you buy the Master Moldy mat? Happy you asked. There are some brand new colors. Link in the description to my store, and I think they're all live. Let me double check that they haven't. So I can't remember if I put a limit. They should be available on the Master Moldy site, linked in the description. mastermoldy-shop.4thwall.com. If you can remember that. There we go. There they are, $25 a piece. I don't think it's too bad, especially with what the mats actually cost pre-printing. With the mats, with the shirts, I'm honestly not in it for a profit. The reason I have the Master Moldy mat is because no mat like it existed. So many Lego creators or Lego linked companies have come out with a mat, and yeah, there's a few of them. There is like one or two that come to mind that have a little ruler on the side and that, but I wanted one that looked like a base plate so that when we were working on our little modulars, it looked like they were being built in the middle of a park. Ultimately, that was why, and green being the channel color, had to go with green. We've also got blue, red, purple, a nice like lilac purple, and maybe more coming in the future. Slight switch up to the new design. Instead of Master Moldy being on the close side, it's on the far side in black. Looks a little bit better, looks a little higher quality as well. And also I realized that the old mat, which is still available, you can still pick up the classic one. If you were to put two of them side by side, they don't, like, can line up the studs. They're technically not exactly Lego scale. The two mats side by side, they're off by like millimeters. There is an offset if you go that far, but the newer mats should be pinpoint accurate. You could line up a million mats and I can assure you, you've got the Moldy guarantee that all the mats will line up with each other. So if you did want to cover a, it's probably just as pricey doing it in a material, because you do have to wash this every couple of months, but, or maybe even before months, depends if you spill anything on it. But you could lay it down as a base plate for a city. Maybe I should get a grey one. Maybe I'll get a grey one coming out soon, or we can do a little Christmassy one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the stream. I'm really itching to build this Droideka, but I'm gonna restrain. This is where we got so far. So day one of building the Droideka. This is what we're going to be building over Christmas, isn't it? We're going to get a little bit done on Thursday, a little bit done on Saturday. There's a few other builds that I got lined up before we get ahead with the Christmassy builds. Might be saving them till the end of the month. But what I also want to do, I might do it on Saturday, is I said about breaking down Captain Rex to build a clone for the AT-RT. I'm thinking rather than going 6 times upscaled, maybe only doing 4 times, and that would be that'd be quite nice. Doing a 4 times upscaled phase 1 clone trooper as well, not phase 2. No idea how we're going to get the helmet done. I am going to have to channel my inner, not quite brickheads. Brickheads are tiny. Wow, not brickheads. What's it the size of? There's not really. It's like a midi upscaled Lego phase 1 clone trooper. So that's going to be a ton of fun. And then we'll probably, oh wait, November we got the Minecraft birthday as well. What's it, like 15, no, more than 15 years of Minecraft, or is it 15 years since it went public? 2010, or was it 2008, 9? When did the Lego Minecraft? It might have been 15 years since the first Lego Minecraft set. You do see a gingerbread AT-AT recolored, and not only that, but for the Christmas tree stream on Saturday, we had something arrive. We had a Lego set arrive. I was waiting for, Lego said it would arrive November 18th, and actually they emailed me that day, Saturday, saying it would arrive today. And on Saturday, we got a second one. We've got another gingerbread AT-AT. This is the official version. The first one I did brick built before the set had even come out. But this is to represent the AT-AT from the Mando trailer. We're getting a MIDI scaled AT-AT. And I feel like this is a MIDI scaled AT-AT. We got the gingerbread one, but I feel like this is what the January one's going to look like. We don't have images yet. We don't have any information other than the price. And this one here was £55, which I spent £30 of points from, you know, the UCS sets and the various purchases this year. So it only cost me 25, absolute steal. But the one in January is rumored to be £60 and 18 plus. We'll probably see a few more details. I wouldn't be surprised if the legs were built the same. These legs, let me move one away. They work the exact same as the official legs, but they're built without that bumblebee leg in them. Bumblebee, who else? Someone else has used that element. I think it might not even be a mech. I think it might be another build, but I've managed to just use 2 of the regular pieces. You can get them in by bars. They look the same on the front. You can even get the plates lining up almost perfectly. I do have to say, if you want to build it legally, the plates have to be a little ski with, but I'm surprised at how well this holds together given the fact that it doesn't use that newer element in the legs. Goes to show, newer Lego elements aren't necessary for builds. They make it a lot easier, and if you give this to a kid, I feel like these plates are going to be more likely to pop off just under pressure. And especially if like a kid was just to grab these legs and squeeze them, I feel like they could probably pop off the plates. My hand's a little too big for to demonstrate that. But yes, this is the Mando trailer, AT-AT. We also built the hammer drones, and someone remind me, what else did we build? We built the AT-AT, we built the hammer drones. Did we build the Razor Crest? I wanted to build the Razor Crest in the end. I'm not going to crack this open today, especially not whilst I can not show it off on the desk. But I'm super excited to build this. Channel members, you know what else we're building. And there's also an exclusive set that I have come to find out that I haven't seen. Honestly, I haven't seen anyone talk about. It's from over a decade ago. It's an old set. That narrows it down if you do want to try and search for it ahead of time, but it's going to be a fun build. That might be one of the last streams we do. I might save that till the end. And then Christmas is here before you know it. That's crazy fast sneaking up on us. Did anyone else, I said about Smiths, did anyone else have the battle pack? Let's try and close a few of these tabs. Oh, John Lewis as well. I did say John Lewis. John Lewis Smiths have quite a close relationship with Lego in terms of make and takes here in the UK. Anywhere you see make and takes in your country, have a little look. They might have the battle pack reduced. Definitely keep an eye out for that. £24 on Amazon as well, slightly cheaper. That's not bad. That's retail price of the old battle pack. It still feels like a little bit of a lot given that the other battle pack is £17.99. But that being said, that this battle pack has just come out, and Smiths have the old battle pack that was £24.99 down to £17.99, and Smiths have reduced the price below recommended retail to £24.99. So this time, it would have to be around May 4th, 2027. The new battle pack, the new battle pack from 2025 will be reduced to around £18. I definitely still want to pick one up in January. I don't want to wait that long personally. No problem. Thanks for hanging, Rebecca. But that could be a good idea. If you don't want to pick it up now, wait it out. But 2027, they could surprise us, retire it next year. Make sure it doesn't spend that long on a shelf. And then the thing is, Lego wouldn't sell as many of them. But if they sell it on a sale, they're not going to be worth as much on Bricklink. are Lego trying to play into Bricklink prices here and get more expensive minifigures? No, surely not. Surely not. Anyway, I do want to pick up one of all the Clone Trooper battle packs. If Smiths do have the Clone Droid battle pack in January, I'll be picking up that one, the 327th and the Ahsoka clone. I think those three together would be an awesome haul. And that's on top of like all the other Marvel sets. What's our list looking like so far? We got the battle pack. Oh, we don't have the battle pack. We got the battle pack down for January. Steve's Tega Adventure. The fox head has won me over, getting the fox head, the rabbit, and the new chest. That will be an awesome set to pick up for our Minecraft display. Then, oh, we've got all the Marvel sets. We've got the Anti-Venom polybag. That's definitely got to be a pickup because I didn't get the mech. And polybags are only like £3 something. I need to find someone that does them for 3 for a tenner. I used to get them this year and last. I used to get them through Bric-a-Brac, but now they're charged. They used to charge delivery up to £20. Now they're giving free delivery for like £80 spends because so many people are ordering the CMFs, and all you need is like 2 series of CMFs or a series and a few polybags. But I don't want to get £80 of polybags. I don't know what to do with them. I'm looking at getting the Anti-Venom polybag, perhaps the Ariel and Flounder polybag. Actually, I wouldn't mind getting the Little Mermaid one, and the Batman polybag if that pulls through. We do have the Star Wars polybag that does have images out. Let me just, I guess I can move all this other camera gear. We don't need that. Let's see if we've got anything new. It's been over 24 hours since our last leaks. Anything new? No? Okay. We do already have images of the TIE Advanced with the other polybags. Where? I could have... Oh, there we go. Yeah, Ariel and Flounder. The TIE Advanced doesn't look too difficult to build. I mean, it's not easy. I wouldn't go that far, but it's definitely not tricky. It's got... Let's do it. Let's build it. All right. Let's see if we can part together the TIE Advanced. So for each of the 4 tips of the wings, they're all built exactly the same. I'm looking at these clips, the 1x2s with the 1 clip. Is the light too bright? There you go. The 1x2s with the 1 clip. I like the light up a bit more. And then on top, oh, how many? 4 wings, 2 on each. 8. 8 of them in grey. Thankfully, I have a lot. Why would I have a lot of these elements? I have a lot of the 1x2 with the 2 clips. That kind of, I take that for granted so much. If I ever run out of them on a mock, I'd have to be building something massive because I feel like I have a load of them. We then have, on top of these, each of them for each wing, a 2x4. Nope, I lied. A 1x8 before we get to the 2x4. Save yourself 4 2x4s for later, but you want a 1x8 in black on each of the wings. That holds everything together, otherwise it's going to be a fun build. And 4 of those for each of the wings. Again, everything timesing it by 4, at least in this first stage. You could build 4 TIE Advanced. That would be pretty scary, chasing Luke up the Death Star trench. Oh wait, it isn't a plate, it's a tile. Ah, you're going to want 4 2x4 tiles. You do want 2 2x4 plates, but we're not going to use those just yet. That's for a little later on. Let's see how many 2x4s, because we use these on, was it the TV? We used these on something recently. And then either side of the 2x4 tiles, you're going to want 2 2x2 wedges as well. I feel like this is the easy part of the ship. The hardest part is that body, because we only see the front image. And I have seen a few complaints about the TIE Advanced polybag, because we got with the TIE Interceptor. Yeah, the TIE Interceptor got a printed dish, And then that was last year's May 4th poly bag. Usually these are given away for May 4th. Only reason I'm not picking up one in January this year, because I'll probably be spending at least £30 May 4th. Maybe even picking up that UCS N1. No space for that. We're going to have to see just how good that looks, if it does tempt me. And then actually, a little space for it. And then these are all connected on two, either side, one left, one right, of those 1x1s. But how they're connected is the fun part, because they have a 1x6 sloped plate. I'm not going to know how to describe this. It's better if I show you. Perfect. One already for me. One of these elements on the wing. But not just one of these. A few like 1x1s and a 1x4 on top. I'll try and break it down. Oh. I don't think we'll be needing that. So you're going to want two of these to connect to your wings. Two of the 1x1 double bar elements. Let me show you what that looks like. Because again, this isn't a piece that is very common on sets. I think this has come in a few Star Wars sets. Maybe poly bags. It looks like a little bow tie. This 1x1 plate with the 2-bar elements either side, and it doesn't matter which side you go with. That will just determine which way you flip it. You want one right on the side and then one in the middle of the 3 remaining studs. Now we don't get a closer look. I can't tell you exactly how Lego have built this, but what I'm going to do is fill the rest of the gap with plates. So that's 2 1x1s in grey and and one 1x4. Don't try and fit 2 of them. That'll stop you being able to put it on, but again, you're going to want to do this for both sides. Keep those parts handy. Let's go with the one between them first. We're just flattening this down. You could leave it plain, or you could just put some studs on top of these ones. You don't have to fill in every nook and cranny, but it's a cleaner look if you do. It is a cleaner look if you do. There we go. We've got this massive brick now. And the far side bar elements, this is going to be the front. So keep in mind that bit there is the front. Did I mess? Oh, I messed up. We don't want studs the whole way along. Oh, ignore me. Don't listen to me. You know what you're doing. Don't grab a 1x4 plate. Grab a 1x4 plate with 2 studs. We want the modified piece. I got caught out by my own instructions. All right. If you do get lost at any point, let me know. Context for why I'm an armadillo on the thumbnail. We tried building the armadillo, but the desk cam is not cooperating. So we'll continue the build on Thursday. And why not? Why not armadillo? I should have got the suit. There we go. So one of those brackets with the gap in the middle, because this will allow us to place our 2x4 and our 2x4 tile. How are we lining this up? Is that going all but? Oh, so it's slightly, oh, it's centered. Yes, so we're centering the 2 plates between them. Okay, that does make sense. You could honestly go with a 2x8. I have more 2x8s than I have 2x4s. I have a whole stack. Look at that. There's one of my stack. There's another one of my stack. I have so many 2x8. I think I'm just going to pull these out. I'm sorry it's not accurate, but I really need to use these 2x8s for something. I think these are some of the parts that I ordered for my first minifigure display. And this all being one piece helps to secure it in. Nothing against Lego. Maybe a little something against Lego. Sprinkled throughout. For Black Friday, I assume they're going to announce, you know, a few sales maybe early, get people hyped up for it. I think if they do announce sales, they're going to be the best ones. So because we're kind of in the know. We know how Lego work. It's going to be interesting to see if there are any that we get excited about. Because if they're the best sales, everything else is just going to be like under it. I could be wrong. They could announce something for Black Friday on Black Friday that just smashes it out the park. I do think it will be the better sales. You could also swap out your 1x4 modified plate for a 1x4 plate, or 1x4 tile. All of them work. Just make sure that the bars are in the center of your wing, and then each of the wings can clip on top. We just need a few more corner plates. I misthink about the UCS N1. The stream was the first you've heard of the UCS N1. It got announced yesterday as well. I think that one was while I was out. We did take a little look at that, because the UCS N1 I'm excited for. I've got a vision of my UCS N1. So if this doesn't align up, I'll be building a mock anyway. And I think no matter what, I was going to be building a giant UCS N1 in May. Makes sense for the Mando movie. I am going to get so excited leading up to Mando. There are going to be a load of Mando mocks. I warn you now. I think that's going to start in January. I think that might have already started. We did 3 last month. I think that might have already started. And I always forget about that. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of mocks. But the big thing with the UCS N1 is a new mold for Grogu is said to be included. They've included an image of the animated one. Ignore that. It's not going to look like that. That one's a bit creepy, if I say so. I don't like that one. I don't like the animated Grogu. It looks fun and playful until Grogu's not smiling. Then it's very Rebuild the Galaxy creepy Grogu, which didn't actually turn out to be the villain of the second one. I was wrong about that. But I think the new mold is a new head mold. Grogu's eyes seem to be smaller and further apart. There hasn't been a UCS N1 so far, but there have been like 5 N1s. There's been 2 variants of a polybag. There has... Oh, actually, these are all Mando N1s. Yeah, there hasn't been a yellow N1 UCS. I don't think. UCS N1 is just a recolor of the last one. All in chrome grey this time. I think the playset scale is a nice scale. But has there... Wait, has there been a UCS N1? I didn't know about this. 2002 UCS Naboo Starfighter. I mean, I wouldn't want it in chrome. Chrome looks sick, by the way. I wouldn't want it in chrome. That would chip so easily. What's it selling for? I did not know about this. $250, and that's with scratches and faded chrome pieces. So you can get a damaged set for $250. Wow, simple but effective. Not too far off the play scale one as well. 187 parts. 187. Wow. It doesn't look that small. When I say 187 parts, Mando's... Oh, what is Mando's speeder? Mando's speeder here. For anyone joining, this is Mando's speeder. We do have a few of the new January sets in hand. We've got Mando's speeder. So many images. I should really have saved some of the... Oh, wait. I did save some of the lists. I saved some of the lists with the images, so I didn't have to scroll. What am I doing? Where is it? There we go. It's the second image. Oh, it's been a long day. Forgive me. 58 pieces. 58 pieces in Mando Speeder. Honestly, this is better than the previous set. I love this. And then the Clone Shock Trooper Mech, 151. There you go. So this is 151 pieces. The UCS Naboo Starfighter, yeah, 10,026, 10026, 10026, 2002, 187 parts, including a plaque that I think would have been stickered for 2002, and the old R2D2 head. I kind of want to remake this in like a chrome color would be awesome. If I can find a knockoff Naboo Starfighter set, I will paint it chrome. But I don't want to buy a knockoff. I don't want to support that. But if I did, you know what? If anyone wants to sponsor me, Lego aside, I will happily chrome paint the set. That would be a lot of fun. Get it looking for a Mando theme. Didn't point this out earlier, but the clone Shock Trooper mech does have a clip on the back for the blaster, the long blaster. And it's a different blaster for the mech than the Stormtrooper one as well. Is a weird little ship. I agree. In 2002, I think there were a lot of weird little ships. We didn't get the UCS sizes that we got now. I'm looking at some of the non-Star Wars 2002 sets. Football was cool. That would have been nice. Character Building picked that up, didn't they? Sort of ran with it for a bit. That'd be a fun theme to try and bring back, similar to F1. We got 2,000 pieces in Cobb Vamp Speeder. Cobb Vamp Speeder, I have to applaud it. I assume they were just going to grab the engine from the most recent Anakin Pod Racer and whack that on a set. They haven't. They haven't. They've actually worked it out into its own thing, and you can see there's a bit inspired. The front flaps definitely remind me of every Anakin Speeder that has used them, but it looks so different. It's brick built. It almost is unrecognizable that it's come from Anakin Speeder. If you got presented with that ship and weren't told about, you know, the Anakin Speeder engine, which just seems to be used, we don't know it's Anakin's, but it is a nod to the prequels for sure. I don't think many people would be drawing, I mean, Lego Star Wars, you know, people draw conclusions in everything. I don't think many people would be drawing the conclusion between the two if it wasn't said in universe. If it wasn't said in universe, I don't think the same piece would even be used. It's looking like a good January, but then we look at some of the rumors we've had for March regarding the smart brick. I'm excited for the smart brick. I'm excited for the smart brick. I'm not excited for some of the prices that we've been given. No, that's the minifigures. Oh, the books as well. Yeah, some of the books are looking good. So the entire March wave, as we understand it right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets in January. 8 sets in May, maybe January, February, March, April, May. We always get sets in June, but this year we only got like 2 or 3 sets. Maul's Mech, Plo's Wire Wing, and the Battle Pack. We got cheap sets in June. No, that was July. Or was it June? Did they come out in June? Or I think they might have been July, just before August. Maybe they were June. We picked them up in July. I think that's how it goes. August going to be massive. September probably won't have any, but then the August sets will be on sale if it's anything like this this year. But the difference between January and March is like 20 quid average. No, we got BB-8 and the middies that are pulling it up. A lot of the play sets, we got £10, no, £9, £25, $30. We got $15, $20. So you're looking like 18 odd pounds, $12.99 I think for the mech. A lot of like 20-ish pounds dollar sets. Jump forward to March. $40, $60, $70, $90, $50, $80, $100, $160, which might have a smart brick as well. There's 2 or 3. We're unsure at the minute. We'll know by February. But it's more expensive, and by the look of Luke's X-Wing, which is the only set we have seen from March, doesn't seem to be much bigger. It's a worry. It's a worry. I don't think we should be worrying too much about it because of January was so cool. The prices for this can drop down, and a lot of them are going to be affected by the smart brick, the ones that do include them. I just think when you're looking at some of the pieces we've got as well, BB-8 seems expensive. The January wave, apart from that, is very affordable. And then we have 200 pieces for 40, 500 for 90, 300 for 50, 600 for 80, 800 for 100. Suddenly none of these prices are looking good, and they're all in that playset range. There's not a single 4 plus, 7, 8, 9 plus. All of those might as well be 5 plus. I think that's what Lego go for. These are aimed, they must have some sort of play feature that isn't as easy to use. Maybe a little bit of Technic. Maybe a little bit of Technic. Either way, out of all the sets, I think my favorite is still looking to be the Battle Pack. We get a little Mando Speeder. We get a little Barricade. We get a chunk of, what, tarmac? What is that meant to be? I don't really know. This Mando Speeder is my favorite, other than the speeders we used to get, like the Death Watch style rideable speeder that we saw in that one arc in Clone Wars that Lego have used for every single Mando battle pack. Hello there, CJ. Sorry I missed your comment. And yeah, it would be, it would comment, chat, same. It would be a shame if it got more expensive into the year, because I feel like the January sets and the March sets do try to build up for May. They're the ones that most people are going to be picking up in May. The January sets especially, they're not really going on sale. I'm not fussed picking up the Battle Pack day one, because it might be, I mean, I'm saying it won't go on sale, but then we've got the £20 Battle Pack for £15. What? That's the Night Trooper Battle Pack, no Clone Troopers. £18 for £15. So that is still like 16%, nearly 20% off. I don't think that's a lot though. That's like £3. I don't mind paying that for a few months early. But it's the bigger sets, the £90, the £120. If they are going to drop down, we've seen £60 sets hit £40 within a month after they're released. It's making me, as someone who makes more mocks than Lego sets now, not want to pick up those sets day one. Wait a month, pick them up for a third off, and then instead of getting 2 sets, you can get 3 sets. It seems like the right thing to do. I don't know if you feel the same, but it just seems to me like a no-brainer. There are some sets, the U-Wing I liked so much that I had to pick that up day one. I had to get it in for Andor as well, and I'm sure there'll be some Mando sets I feel similar about in May. I'll have to pick those up within the month, just because I want to build them there and then. But thankfully, a lot of these builds are getting easier to part out. Lego are coming out with so many elements that you don't need. We just had a little look at the Droideka, the little bit that we did build. We just replaced one of the new 1x4s with 2 previous pieces, and I have shown off what I deem useless bricks. They're not useless, but they are less useful bricks, and they can be replaced. So if we're not picking up Lego sets day one, and if we're going to other companies, getting them cheaper, getting our reward points with them, you know, Lego are going to start charging more or slowing down production, and Star Wars itself needs to have its own team. Star Wars Superheroes needs its own team. I'd argue DC needs its own team. We need something different to Batmobiles. Keep pumping out the Lego games and they'd have so many builds that they could sell. And I do think Star Wars needs its own dedicated team. We've seen over the last year a lot of new designers come in. V19, beautiful set, brand new designer. Ahsoka Zeta, beautiful set, still got it built to this day. If that doesn't tell you how beautiful of a set, a January set that might just see it to New Year, that's a year of me having it built. And the Clone Trooper helmet, you've got my very first set from 2008 that we rebuilt last year. That one's still built. Other than that, there's not many sets that make it through the year because we break them down and build something different. But Ahsoka Zeta has stuck with me because of how nice of a build it is. And it reminds me of the old Anakin Eater as well, which actually that one's still built. It's further out of my reach, but that one's still built. Never pay retain. Yeah, the retail, unless there's a gift with purchase, which is how they get us at May. There's been a few real good gift with purchases. The Ghost, I enjoyed trying to mock out that one before it came out. The Northern Lights was a great build for Halloween. The Disney TV. I need to switch that up. I tell you what, we were building the TIE Fighter gift with purchase. After I build that, I'm going to switch this up to a little snowy scene, because I feel like Nightmare Before Christmas works for Christmas. Just need to change the grey parts to white. But yeah, never play what is RRP stand for? Recommended retail price. Never pay it. No problem. Maybe we will see you. I don't know how long I'll keep this stream going. I did hope to build the Droideka. Like I say, we'll get that built Thursday. I will have that on in the background while we watch the stream. In the meantime, where did I put that image of the polybag? I think I closed it. Let me get my one up. Slightly clearer. Slightly clearer than the Reddit one, if I have to say so. That's one thing. Actually, if you do look on Instagram or Reddit, check the sources where the images come from, because they're so much better quality. Some of them are insider. Some of them are insider information, but a lot of the ones you see uploaded everywhere. And the reason I don't show them off is because they are screenshots of screenshots of screenshots. So many screenshots. Oh, the quality. It's draining. Manufacturer suggested retail. Oh, manufacturer suggested retail price. MSRP. Ah, I like that one. Better than RRP. Manufacturer's suggested retail price. Thank you. I will try to remember that, but I have to apologize because I know I'm going to forget it. 68 pieces. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's what we were looking for. 6, 12, 18, 24, 38, which means there's 30 pieces in the torso. That helps because it gives us a rough ballpark to aim for. I don't know if you can see these, but these are the mech legs that I was missing from the Droideka. Why did I put them in my wedge drawer? I put so many. Look at this stack, by the way, that I created of wedges. I sorted out so much Lego earlier, and outside of that big bag of random elements, I have this basket. This is all I couldn't do before the stream. This is a really snazzy Christmas basket. I think my nan got me this, and look, I've got like half the basket full. It's up to the black line, so it's almost half. I think it's just. No, it's about the black line, maybe just under, wonky to a side, half a basket left to do. So if I can wrap this stream up within like half an hour, get both of these built, I might go back to finishing sorting that. But keep your eye out for that series. If I do end up recording that video, hopefully it will help some of you on your sorting journey. There is a lot to sort and a lot to learn. So I might as well show it off and help any of you. Oh wait, I think I was in the wrong core anyway. So we can give the leg back to the Stormtrooper, or the arm. And we've got 2 more in case we want to build another Droideka. Maybe we need them. Maybe we'll need them later on. I shouldn't count them out too quickly. There we are. Of course they were in there. Out of everywhere they could have been, of course they were in there. Is this the drawer? Is this the right drawer? Come on, drawer. Where? Oh, hold on. We could tile it off. They're the 2x2 with a corner. Yes, we could tile this off. Do I have enough tiles? I was showing you the drawer earlier. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Please have 8. Because we've got all the studs on the bottom now. Right, this wouldn't work as well as I thought. It still works. Just need a ton of these 1x1s. And there we go, we can tile off the edges. I'm not counting this as an extra piece. because it's not from the official model. It's a little moldy modification, getting those flat wings either side of the studs. I still think the studs make sense because they've got the round dark bluish grey tile. 2 of those. Also, Vader's tie. Is that dark? That's light bluish grey. That shouldn't be dark. Should it? Should it be dark? I think it should be light bluish grey, and I'm also wondering if it should be printed. Did we? Let's look at our mock. Did I use the printed? Did I use? I think I did. Yeah, because I used the bomber wings. I used the bomber wings for mine, so I had it printed. Let's see. Lego's old version. Lego Vader tie. The Rebels one. Yeah, the Rebels one had it. The old one even had it. All right, they did have the round. This element. The round printed piece. So I'm going to include that as well on the polybag, as well as the cockpit dish. You do have to question Lego sometimes. I've got so many of these. I must have my fair share. I've got at least 6, if not 8. I think that's a 7th. Yeah. I must have at least 4 TIE fighters then. I've had the 4+1. I've had the 2012 TIE fighter. I had the TIE bomber. And then maybe I've ordered another pair. Maybe I ordered another pair back in the day, because I would have probably kept those built. And then we want the lines going up, that middle line, pointing upwards with a wing on either side. Oh, this is the other wing now. I flipped them. That's one. Clip you on the bottom. How many? Did we just have 7? 7 angles? Come on. There's one hiding out somewhere. I also could nick it. Yeah. Let's nick it off that. I had another build 2-hand that I could have nicked the spare one off, so we'll use it from there. Maybe even the trooper arm of the mech, or one of those legs, might have another one of these pieces. And then, oh, clips on backwards for this one. So we'll sort out those 1x1s. Get it looking real nice. Here are the wings for Vader's Advance. All put together, slightly modified with the tiles. I said 30 pieces for the torso. We've got the dish, which I stole off the Interceptor. That one's got the printing on it. And that and the 3x3 are already 2 elements. Right, let's capture this moment live where I figure out how to build it with only 30 elements and a picture of the front. We're going to need some sort of visual for the front. It's on a 4x4 sloped piece. Good thing we kept the drawer around. It's not on a 2x4. It's slightly thicker. Gives us an idea of just how big the base is. I would assume it's probably a... Knowing Lego's recent patterns, it's probably not a Technic piece. It's probably a 1x2 snot brick. They'd have to put it a few pieces up, and we've also got another piece behind it. So we're already at 4 elements out of 30. Let's keep the restriction. Could have even used another dish underneath it if they wanted to. We've got another dish on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. And that would go on top of a jumper. All right, let me not piece them together yet. I feel like it's going to be a lot if I just vomit out a bunch of elements and then try and get you to follow along. We have... How are we joining the wings? There is a tile on some wedge brackets out to the side. We've got two 1x2 cheese slopes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the parts we're needing is a 3x3 dish, a 2x2, both in light bluish grey, a light bluish grey stud, a 2x2 jumper in light bluish grey, two light bluish grey 1x2 cheese slopes, cheeses in chat, a printed 2x2 dish. Hello there, Narwhal. Welcome back. Plates. We're going to need some more plates. But let's stick with those wedge elements. The same ones we used on the wing in light bluish grey, not black. Who's counting? 1, 2, 3, 4. One of those. 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9, 10. We're a third of the way there. We are a third of the way there. I definitely have a drawer of these somewhere. Found some. So this is 10 parts. Two of these, one for each side of the wing, and I kind of wanna get some for the other side. I assume it's some sort of bracket work that's going on here. I can't put my finger on it, but I assume it's some sort of bracket work. Have I played the new repo update yet? I don't think I have. I haven't seen any of... Whoa. No, I have seen a clip of some of the new monsters. I have... Are the new monsters official yet? Are the new monsters official? Or are they still rumoured for the next one? I don't know what's come out in the new one. There is some sort of dark bluish grey plates underneath. Let's look into that snot brick in the middle. I think because the snot bricks usually are 5 plates tall, they are... I'm going to have a little look at the monsters. I think we're going to have a plate in here. The question is, what plate? What plate do we have? We know it's a plate and a snot brick. That's 12 bricks already. 18 bricks. I've got to do this in 18 bricks. I'm sure we've got this. How hard can it be? Taunting before we're even halfway there. The confidence. So this is my this is what we're working with. It's a Technic brick with a dark grey pin inside. Works perfectly as a snot brick to connect to the stud that then goes in the front of the dish pieces. Let's get a 1x2 in there to begin with, because it gives us a little interior. Not that Vader can fit. No offense, Vader. And then that's the cockpit of the TIE. Already looking good. I think on top of this, see, the thing is, how would they have rounded off the back? How would they do it? Because is that a 2x2 slope? No, we've got what looks like a bracket. Oh, we've got a bracket coming out of these. So that's one of the 1x2 elements with the 4-length bracket. Come on, I got a million of these. Because I just put away a million of these. These brackets, 14 pieces. I think that's up to 14. And what I'm going to do is double those slopes. We do have some tiles. I think the tiles are there just to throw me off. So that takes us up to 16. And that's over halfway. Now we've got the confidence. All right, we're about. I just had 2 more of those elements. Where did I see? Tomorrow. I am busy tomorrow. I am genuinely... I've been busy since Thursday, Wednesday, and I am busy pretty much through till Christmas, honestly. So I don't think I'll be streaming Repo. Maybe I never like to say never. So maybe we will stream. Found it. Maybe we'll stream Repo again. But there is so much I'm building up till Christmas. I probably won't even be able to stream Battlefront, Fortnite, any of those. I know the game streams are quite nice for a chill. Maybe we'll do a Christmas one if a new game comes out and I can like play it in a minute. But I don't think we'll be playing any long-winded games, you know, Battlefront. I don't know if Battlefront can be included in that. It's not really long-winded. Let's see. So they are all the way in. The thing is with this build, if it was this way, then it wouldn't be very secure. It wouldn't be very secure. So maybe they're next to the bracket? No, because then we'd see them on the other side. What if we are seeing them on the other side? Oh, Lego have this, what, rotated 45 degrees? Is that what I think? 45 degrees. Is that 45 for you? Do you see the wings? Oh, Lego have it rotated 45 degrees, if that is the width of the wings. Let's see, where's our... So we want them roughly 6 apart, 45 degrees. Lego have the model rotated at 45 degrees. This is massive. I love my numbers. You know this already. All right, 45 degrees is important because these wedges here are exactly 45 degrees. So when we see the front of the ship on the left-hand side, 45 degrees means we are following along this corner of the bracket, which means the wedge lines up to this bracket. That's important because it's also the same height as the bracket. Whereas I thought the bracket was fit underneath. A bit of a waffle with maths. Follow me through this. The numbers honestly don't matter. You just need to know that they line up so that rather than the bracket being underneath, the bracket's actually the same level. Where's that tile? We do kind of need a tile on top. Looks like a 2x2 in light bluish grey. Could be a 2x6 going across the whole thing, honestly. But I'm going to move it over just one so that I can show it off. Same angle. Something like this. You can see the sliver of the bracket just through. That would be cool. When I do stream Repo, would viewers be able to join like last time? Of course, yes. Of course. I think if you've already joined, you get the upper hand because you'd probably be able to join from last time. So keep an eye out for that stream. I will let you know in advance, but so far nothing planned. Look at that, lining up absolutely beautifully. And the cheese slopes also go on top of these wedges. So that's something we can do early. I do think, oh no, I don't want to put like a 1x6 because if we've got the bracket underneath, I would want a 2x, it's definitely at least a 1x2 plate. And it can't stick out more than 2, so we've not got any of those 5 stud corner plates. I do think it's probably like a 2x2 at the end. I don't see it sticking out too much. So we can at least add the 1x2s, which strengthen the argument for the 1x2 under the cockpit. There is a lot of Lego to build, yes. I understand that is a privileged place to be in, and I'm happy to be here. But there is still a lot, not just of Lego sets to build, just ideas. Ideas I want to build before Christmas comes around. There we go. How many pieces is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's something underneath, but we got 17, 18 on top. Oh, we're running out quickly. I'm going to put a 2x4 in the middle. It needs a brick on the underside, though. If we do have... Wait, if we've got a 2x4, I can swap out the cockpit to be on a 2x4. And then extend that one further out. So this is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is 16 with the 2x4. Which ain't going to be the easiest part to remove. So much for fitting Vader in there. 16. Maybe another 2x4. 17. Oh, wait. 16. There's something to fill this gap. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. No, I said it. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. Oh, that got dark quick. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And is that with the roof? Give this brick a little wipe down. I don't remember if that's with the roof now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19? Shouldn't it be even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. The snot brick. I forgot the snot brick first time. That's what it was. Oh, definitely. I love playing through games whilst watching streams. I haven't done it for a while. Usually because I'm streaming when I'm playing those games, which is the same effect to me. I do enjoy it just as much. 20, 21, 22. 8 pieces left to get it rounded off. 22. There's definitely a slope at the back. All right. 22. 4 pieces. Slope would mean a tile. Actually, let's go with like a grill. Let's add a grill in there because I feel like these poly bags don't come with enough grills. 23 was the slopes. 23, 24. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 6 elements, 2 of which have to be round 3x3s. 2 of them have to be this element. This corner circle. Thanks for hanging, Narwhal. May the bricks be with ya. And then 2 more will be the support underneath. So that's another 2 2x4s. See, Lego could swap any of these out for like 2x3s or 1x4s or any of that sort of thing. Or include like 2. Oh wait, I might have cracked it. That might be what the Lego have actually done. All right, that's added some texture onto the bottom as well. Added a slope. What Lego might have genuinely done is at the front here, we've used an element that Lego don't actually make right now. I'm not sure if Lego would have done that. To try and get the one stud in the middle, they could have used Technic pieces. That would give us with 1 piece left over. Hey, 1 piece. Or, no wait, we'd still have 1 piece left over. Wouldn't we? Oh. Oh, we could include like a grill on the back. All right, we might have to rethink. We've got 2 pieces left over. Let's say Lego do make that brand new element. I was going to swap it out for 2 snot bricks and a jumper, which could have been a shout. I'm instead going to swap it out. We have definitely some sort of either 2x2s, could be a corner slope, could be a few different things. I also see Lego adding like a 4x4 circle in here. Let's get the wings on. So Vader's tie right now sticks out a little at the back. What would Lego do? I think that's accurate. I think that is accurate to how the Lego model looks. Let me recount the wings just to make sure we're on the correct numbers. So 6 on the wings, that's 24 across the 4 like tips. 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 on each side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 18. Oh, I think I've miscounted here. 18 and 24 is 32, which is 2 more than we had initially. So we need 26 on the body, and we've gone with 20. Wait, 26? No. 36? No. 32. 26. We went with... Didn't we go with like 38? Wait, 1 second. 36. 36, right? Not 38. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Wait, 24? Oh, that's where I made a mistake. 24 and 18 is 42, which leaves us 26. We've gone 28. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, easy fix. Easy fix. So what I was saying about those back wing bits, instead of the 2x3s, I think Lego could have shrunk it down to include a 4x4 instead. I haven't really shown you as well how this has gone together. I will have probably a video breaking this model down if you did want to build it a little early. But come on, all the way out. Instead of these 2 elements right here, you're going to take those out. They're not included. They are the 2 extra pieces that I miscounted. And then also replacing this 2x4 with a 4x4. We had those out earlier. I'm back. A 4x4 rounded off plate. Wait, dark grey or light grey? I kind of feel like light grey is the way to go. We've filled in the cockpit as well, so we don't have to worry about leaving space for Vader. There is no space inside. Probably a few new pieces that could be snuck in there as well. If they did want to like max out the part count, I said light bluish grey in the middle, just like so, and that will be the back of our ship, which also saves us tiling it out with a ton of different parts. And then we'll pop back on the wings, which we had on backwards. And even though we slightly modified the wings to look a little better than the official poly bag, and we've added the printed parts, there we have our Vader Advanced tie that's a bit closer to this, how the scale of the actual model should be. And I'm just going to fill in those corners with 1x1s, because we've swapped out the plates for tiles, which does take a few extra pieces. But chances are, if I've got them, they should be fairly cheap to get on Bricklink. Don't have too many expensive pieces in our collection, which is good. Another reason why I'd rather build my own UCS sets rather than pick them up is because you could keep spending all that money, but it sets a bad precedent. Precedent. It sets a bad precedent, because if you're going to keep spending the money, what's the point of having all the parts behind you? You might as well just keep buying the new Lego sets coming out. I like to be able to break down a set into its bare minimum requirements, as in those, to hark back to that to that 1x4, that bloody 1x4 on the Droideka that I have in another drawer, literally next to the drawer I just got these 2 1x2s from. But if we don't need that 1x4 later on, we might as well use 2 1x2s. I have so many more of them, and if I wake up and want to build something with a 1x4, it's a lot easier to do so. But there we go. There we have our Vader's Advanced Polybag. The stream was a success. We've got another 2026 Lego set. We've got Vader's TIE Advance. We've got Mando Speeder, collecting them like Infinity Stones here. And also what I think would be the better take, hold on, let me patch this guy up. The better take of the Clone Trooper mech, which I did nab a piece from. That is where I got one of the elements for the build earlier on. Tell you what, I could color swap that. I think Vader's tie would need it a bit more. Really like those new elements on the shoulders though. Really hoping they're in it. There we have the mech. How did I hold these a second ago? Here we have the polybag and the speeder and the mech. There's 3 of the new 2026 out of 9. We've got a third of the new sets. I'm looking at picking up the battle pack. I want to pick up Cobb Vanth Speeder as well, because the Cobb Vanth minifigure and the Cad Bane figure do look cool. I don't have an official Cad Bane. I've just got the Rebel Duros in like a dark cloak that I custom mashed up. And the AT-AT and the Venator no doubt will be able to build. January, I'd love to stream both of those. I think January and February are going to be pretty heavy building. I want to dedicate a full stream to the battle packs, get them built together. Then we've got the Marvel sets as well. Ghost Rider's bike, Sandman attacks, maybe the Spider-Man car, maybe the Bugle. I don't think I'll be picking up the Bugle. The Steve set, any of the other builds as well. The Sonic car, even if I don't decide to pick up, I would love to build that. I might have to do, like that Saturday, I might just have to do a longer stream earlier and build everything so we can get around to the Venator. Probably need its own stream. The AT-AT, yeah, the AT-AT will probably also need its own stream. Where did my list go? Wrong folder. There it is. So we got the AT-AT, we got the Venator, we've got, I've just seen another, oh yeah, I was going to build that. I have to see if I can fit that in this year. Otherwise there'll be so many other things built next year. We've got, don't want to build Grogu, might not build BB-8. Might build BB-8. But I feel like there's going to be a load of printed parts in that. So I probably won't get around to building that. And we've also, I think actually that's the most of them. Vanth Speeder. We've already built the mech. Maybe I will pick up a set down the line for some of those rarer parts that I don't have, but again that'll be for a sale. By the way, I've had a little look at the Lego Star Wars magazine upcoming December for us. I think we're getting 2 issues in December. I think one of them is like the second week and one of them is New Year's week. The first one is the U-Wing, which looks pretty cool, the build. It uses mugs for the engines. I was sold on that, honestly. And then we have a Slave 1, which has some other rarer elements, the corner rounded off slopes in the same scale as the Trooper mech. I should count the parts on this as well. 150? Check, see how close I am to the part count with that. That will be a fun thing to do. I'll have videos on all 3 of these coming out over the next couple of days. Might post them early, got a few videos to get out. Over November, there might be a few double video days. So hopefully you can keep up, but don't worry, Mock Ember is on its way. I've already done a few of the mocks for Mock Ember and it's looking good. It is looking good. What were the, oh, I've lost the image now. I should have kept it up. Yeah, a few other sets. From January, I think the main ones I want to build are the Battle Pack, Vanth Speeder, the AT-AT, and the Venator. And then we've also got like the Marvel stream. Maybe we'll build some more of Minecraft, even if we only pick up the one set. A lot of the builds are fairly easy to get together. The zombie dungeon looks really cool. Might be able to put a few, maybe we'll have a Minecraft stream as well. Maybe, just maybe. There was, oh wait, I tell you what I still haven't done. I don't have time for this in November. Mario Kart. We can do a Mario and Sonic stream. I'm already looking ahead to January. I need to stop. But we'll probably do every other one will be a Star Wars stream, especially streaming Saturdays and Mondays. We'll be able to get them done in a month. I'll probably do Saturday Star Wars. Oh, on Monday Star Wars. I'll put a poll out at the time. We'll do one day Star Wars. Maybe we can pivot it. And then the other day will be Marvel, Mario, Sonic, Minecraft. And before you know it, it'll be March. We'll have more sets to worry about. Anyway, that is all for today. For the next half hour, I'm going to try to crush through this. So I'm just going to put something on and try and work through it. In here, we have the accessories for R2-D2. That's a future mock I want to do in the new year as well. Something planned for that R2-D2, and it's not a that scale X-Wing. Okay, we're not building an X-Wing that will fit that R2-D2, but that would be an awesome project to take on one day. How upscaled is... That's got to be upscaled to about a 1:6. That R2-D2 that come with Darth Malak. That's got to be... You're looking at like just taller than the minifigure. And I have Wolverine and the Green Astromech from Sassy Tin and Evan Piel's Starfighter. I think it's Sassy Tin's Starfighter. It's just over the height of Wolverine's shoulders, about the height of the Gonk actually. So that's got to be 1:6 upscaled. Farm Boy Luke and Princess Leia upscaled minifigure coming soon in the new year. I've spoke so much about that. I do want to build them, and there's plenty more from where that come from, but that is all for today. We've been going over just over an hour and a half, but the first couple of minutes of the stream, I don't know where they've gone. I don't think YouTube caught any of that. But thank you so much for hanging around. Shout out to the lurkers out there. Lurking while working. Sounds good, Moonshoes. Hopefully very productive, like this stream was. Building, not the Droideka. We'll finish that Thursday. But Vader's TIE Advanced Polybag. Honestly, printed parts, this would be the most popular polybag. I said it about the Falcon as well. Printed cockpit would make it so good. Hopefully we see them in 2027, but we're going to have to wait until the 50th anniversary of A New Hope. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Sorry I made some of you feel a bit older than you'd like. Until next time, may the bricks be with you always.